जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। जमुना तीरावनचारी। जमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Krishna Chandra Radha Krishna Chandra Radhe. Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stotarah His Divine Grace Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. ग्रंथरा श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु बुद्धेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैस्तिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter number 17, text number 20. Hiranyaksho anuja tasya hiranyaksho nujastasya हिरण्याक्षनुषोदस्थस्य प्रियः प्रीतिकृ अन्वहम् प्रियः प्रीतिकृद् अन्वहम् प्रियः प्रीतिकृद् अन्वहम् गदा पाणि दिवं यतो गदा पाणिर्दिवं यतो गदा पाणिर्दिवं यतो युयस्स मृगयन् रणं युयस्सर्मृगयन् रणं युयस्सर्मृगयन् रणम् हिरण्याक्षो नुजस्तस्य प्रियः प्रीतिकृदन्वहम् कदा पाणिर्दिवं यथो यस्सर्मृगयन्द्रणम् हिरण्याक्षो नुजस्तस्य प्रियः प्रीतिकृदन्वहम् कदा पाणिर्दिवं यातो यस्सर्मृगयन्द्रणम् हिरण्याक्षो नुजस्तस्य प्रियः प्रीतिकृदन्वहम् कदा पाणिर्दिवं यातो यस्सर्मृगयन्द्रणम् हिरण्याक्षो नुजस्तस्य प्रियः प्रीतिकृदन्वहम् गदा पाणिर्दिवं यातो यस्सर्मृगयन्द्रणम् हिरण्याक्षो नुजस्तस्य प्रियः प्रीतिकृदन्वहम् गदा पाणिर्दिवं यातो यस्सर्मृगयन्द्रणम् हिरण्याक्षो नुजस्थस्य प्रियः प्रीतिन्महम् कदा पाणिर्दिवं यातो यस्सर्मृगयन्द्रणम् हिरण्याक्षो नुजस्थस्य प्रियः प्रीतिकृदन्वहम् कदा पाणिर्दिवं यातो यस्सर्मृगयन्द्रणम्. Word meaning. Hiranyaksha, Hiranyaksha, Anujaha, younger brother. Tasya, his. Priyaha, beloved. Pritikra, ready to please. Anuham, every day. Gadapanihi, with a club in hand. Divam, to the higher planets. Yataha travel. Yusuho desires to fight. Mragayan seeking. Ranam combat. Translation and purport has Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: his younger brother Hiranyaksha was always ready to satisfy his elder brother by his activities. Hiranyaksha took, Hiranyaksha took a club on his shoulder and traveled all over the universe with a fighting spirit just to satisfy Hiranyakashipu. Translation is a repetition. His younger brother Hiranyaksha was always ready to satisfy his elder brother by his activities. Hiranyaksha took a club on his shoulder and traveled all over the universe with a fighting spirit just to satisfy Hiranyakashipu. Purport: the demonic spirit is to train all family members to exploit the resources of this universe for personal sense gratification, whereas the godly spirit is to engage everything in the service of the Lord. Hiranyakashipu was himself very powerful, and he made his younger brother Hiranyaksha powerful to assist him in fighting with everyone and lording it over material nature as long as possible. If possible, he wanted to rule the universe eternally. These are demonstrations of the spirit of the demonic living entity. The sense of Bhaktivedanta Purport. Om Ajnanadimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshulmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachari Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasha Chidishatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Chapter: the victory of Hiranyaksha. In the previous verse, we discussed about how Hiranyakashipu, because of his benediction he got from Lord Brahmadev. So in the previous verse, it is in the elder child Hiranyakashipu was unafraid of death from anyone within these 3 worlds because he received a benediction from Lord Brahma. He was proud and puffed up due to his benediction and was able to bring all these planetary systems under his control. Furthermore, I say, the younger brother Hiranyaksha was always ready to satisfy his elder brother by his activities. Hiranyaksha took a club on his shoulder and traveled all over the universe with a fighting spirit just to satisfy Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu was very much puffed up his strength, and his brother Hiranyaksha he want to satisfy his brother Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyaksha, holding a club on his shoulder, and he is traveling all over the universe in the fighting spirit and terrifying everyone in all the other planetary system. So Prabhupada says in the purport, the demonic spirit is to train all the family members to exploit the resources of this universe for personal sense gratification. The demonic spirit is to train all the family members to exploit the resources of this universe for the personal sense gratification. This for the mood of a person is very much proud of his strength, power. Everything everyone is getting from the Supreme Lord, and utilizing that personal sense gratification. If anyone want to sense gratify their senses, there is a need of exploiting all the resources of this universe. There is a two way of enjoyment through sense gratification, and experience of enjoyment by serving the Lord. But whatever enjoyment you're getting from the sense gratification, not keeping Supreme Lord is the center, okay, his own personal strength, he try to exploit all the resources or whatever the things around him out of his power, and he is lorded over, and somehow try to utilize everything for his own sense gratification. The mood of a person who is puffed of the pride, who not have any understanding there is higher energy is working, and because of that higher energy I am getting all this power. I should not misuse that power for my own sense gratification. Instead, I utilized all this whatever strength, power I got from the Supreme Lord, utilized in his service. In that way I should enjoy my life, not keeping away the Supreme Controller and his own strength, utilizing all the resources for his own sense gratification. This is the nature of demonic people. So the Lord say in the Bhagavad Gita, Kamam ashritya duspuram damba mana madanvitah moha grihitva swasat grahan pravartante suchi vrataha. The demonic, taking shelter of insatiable lust, pride, and false prestige, and being thus illusion, are always sworn to unclean work, attracted by the impermanent. Shri Radha Krishnandru ki, Shri Guru ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. The demonic mentality is described here The demon's lust is never satiated. They will go on increasing and increasing their insatiable desires for material enjoyment, although they are always full of anxieties on account of accepting non-permanent things. They still continue to engage in such activity out of illusion. Demonic people mentality, how to increase or satisfy their senses. The law is senses never be satisfied. So when senses are not satisfied, they try some more way to gratify, so that they try to satisfy senses, and in this way they keep on expanding their activity somehow to try to satisfy, and ultimately not at all get satisfied, and they engage in all the illegal activities. That's what happened in this material world also. Someone is too much attached to the material opulence and sense gratification. They engage in all the unlawful activities, forbidden activities, and those forbidden activities bind in karma bandhana, the sinful activity. So the mentality of demonic person, he thinks so much wealth do I have today I have so much wealth, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and I will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful and happy. I am the richest man, surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. The ignorant demonic person, he always thinks like everything is, you see here, I-centered. I am the controller. I am perfect. I am enjoyer. He is my enemy. I'll kill him. Some more enemies, that also to be killed. And this is all the plan of a demonic person. This happens in the material world. In the business field, there's a lot of competition to lord it over other. So there are so much envious person. In that way, a demonic person is always in anxiety. The plan of sense gratification, a demonic person is always in anxiety. And such demonic person train his own family members also such demonic activities. So here Prabhupada, here is Hiranyaksha. Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha is engaged in Hiranyaksha in the spirit of fight all the other people around in different planets. Only purpose, how can I satisfy my brother Hiranyakashipu? So Prabhupada is telling in the purport, a demonic person train all family members in exploit the resources of the universe. In other way, Prabhupada say, whereas the godly spirit is to engage everything in the service of the Lord. A godly spirit, a person in godly nature, Such person is engaged everything in the Lord's service. So, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu theme is the one of the understanding. In other way, how Rishabhadeva, the Lord Rishabhadeva, instruct his own family members, his own children. Rishabhadeva is telling his children, Nayam deha, deho deha bhajan loke, kashtan kaman arhate virbhujhane, tapo divyan putrakaye nasatvam, shuddhyed yasmad brahma sokyam cha anantam. The Lord Rishabhadeva told his sons, my dear boys, of all the living entities who have accepted the material bodies in this world, one who have been awarded the human form should not work hard day and night simply for the sense gratification. Rishabhadeva speaks in opposite to the what Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu understanding. He said, no, don't work hard for the sense gratification. Tapo divyam. One should engage in penance, patapo divyam, and austerity to attain the divine position of the devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified. And when one is attained this position, the attains eternal blissful life. One of the way of trying to be happy life through the sense gratification, what the demonic people follow. The same day a person is of the saintly, he try to attain the eternal blissful life by engaging in the service of the Lord. Everything is to belong to the Lord. And engaging in everything in the service of the Lord, the gratifications, in the pleasure of the Lord, instead of utilizing my own sense pleasures. So one can attain the path of liberation from the material bondage only by rendering service to highly advanced spiritual personalities. Those personalities are impersonalists and devotees. Whatever one wants to merge into the Lord's existence or want to associate with the personality of Godhead, one should render service to the Mahatmas. One should render service to the devotees, not engaging in his own sense gratification by troubling everyone. So, here the Hiranyakashipu got some success by pleasing the Lord Brahma. He got a power. And that power, strength of the power, Hiranyakashipu was very popular and troubling everyone. Similarly, a devotee is performing the devotional service of the Lord, the grace of the Lord. One may get a success in his devotional services. One should not be illusioned by those success and thinking that, okay, it is my intelligence or my ability to get this success. Not seeing that because of the Lord's grace, I succeed in this task. So I offering the whatever, the success to the Lord. So this is a tendency of the demonic people. Similarly, when Lord Brahma blessed is, the Lord is empowered Lord Brahma to create in a creation, the secondary creation. When Lord Brahma is doing, and Lord is empowered the Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahma got such a great power and creating all the living entities, all so powerful living entities. And Brahma was empowered by the Lord. When Brahma is empowered by the Lord, Brahma was not puffed up by that power what the Lord has blessed on him. And Lord Brahma is continually offering prayers to the Supreme Lord. Oh my Lord, you empowered me with so much of power. And because I got this power, out of this power, I should not be illusioned and forget you. And I may think that, okay, I am the cause of this creation. So don't put me in this condition. You protect me all the time. I should not fall in such illusion. And Brahma is offering the prayer to the Lord. This is a real Sattva Guna, a person in Devi Guna. When he get a lot of power, Brahma's power is one way, if you see, much powerful than Hiranyakashipu. He is creator. Even Hiranyakashipu is blessed by the Brahma to have a power. When Brahma got a power, Brahma is not illusioned that by that power. Because this is the nature of a devotee. And devotee, from deep in his heart, he knows that, okay, for whatever the great success, the Supreme Lord should bless us, then only it will happen. Otherwise, whatever my endeavor, it is my hard labor. If I am not keeping Lord in the center, even if I am not keeping the Lord in the center, and that same great effort put you in bondage, bind you. So for the devotees always is meditating on the Lord and seeking for His support for each and every activity. Never think that now I am intelligent. I have so much of a degree. I learned so much. I know the Shastra power. I know all the Shastras. So I expert in giving classes. I expert in convincing the people, making the devotees. And in reality, maybe some karma we having, may something success will happen. And that success will put him in a maya. Put him in a maya. So, put in illusion. Ultimately, he think that, okay, all the success, I am the cause. And he'll develop a false ego. So, finally, you're not able to do the proper service to the Lord. When ahankara is overpowered, his intelligence gets lost. So he started committing all the offenses to all the other Vaishnavas, finding the fault, criticizing. So here you see, always Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu always thinking that, okay, someone is competitor to me. So that is always in the fighting spirit. I'll go and fight. Hiranyaksha is traveling all over the planets in the fighting spirit. So this is what demonic people have. Okay, one side they have the power, in other side they full of anxiety. Same example of Kansa. He got the message, okay, Devaki, son going to kill me. And Kansa is doing all the arrangement. How can I protect from my death? Same time when Parikshit Maharaj got a curse of death. Parikshit not at all bewildered by this. Very peacefully accepted the curse and taken the shelter of the Lord. Shelter of the Lord and other the Vaishnavas. Just he want to enlighten from them. He not try to, how to I protect myself from the death. And This was the nature of a Devi Guna person. A person a godly person, the nature of a godly person. He never ever puffed up these things. So, for that's the reason a devotee is very important. For any success, you give credit to the Supreme Lord. Any failure, one should take credit. Okay, I am only the cause of that failure because my karma is so bad. So, because of my karma, I am unsuccessful. Otherwise, Lord want me to be successful all the time. So, any failure, I am the cause. For every success, the Supreme Lord is the cause. This is the nature of a devotee. So, if a devotee is at that mind, then he is able to advance in devotion service very fast, and such person will be very peaceful. So, the Lord say, ब्रह्मणि आदाय कर्माणि संगम त्यक्त्य करोति यः लिप्यते न स पापेन पद्मपत्रेवाम्बसा. One who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the result unto the Supreme God, is not affected by the sinful action, as a lotus leaf is untouched by the water. Padma Pantra Ivambasa. So, a devotee always see the Supreme Lord is the cause of, he don't attach to his own success. So, iha yasya harer dashe karmana manasa agira nikilasau api avasthasu jivan mukto savuchyate. A person is acting in Krishna consciousness with his body, mind, intelligent and words is a liberated person even within this material world. Although he may be engaged in many so-called material activities, he has no false ego, nor does he believe in that he is this material body, nor that he possesses the body. He knows that he is not this body, and that this body does not belong to him. He himself belongs to Krishna, and the body too belongs to Krishna. When he applies everything produced of the body, mind, intelligence, words, life, wealth, etc., whatever he may have within his possession, to Krishna's service. Utilize everything in the Krishna's service. This is the nature of a godly person. So, it's very important for a devotee always in the mood of detachment and giving the credit to the Lord, not the possessor. Possessive nature should not be. So, here, Hiranyakashipu was very powerful, and he made his younger brother Hiranyaksha powerful to assist him in fighting with everyone and lording over the material nature as long as possible. And he was also want to rule the universe eternally, even though it is impossible. This is a demonstration of the spirit of demonic limited. So, Prabhupada say a demonic living entity of this spirit. So, So this is the character of the demonic. So a devotee should learn. These are the examples set by the Bhagavatam. How the greatly powerful materialist like Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu finally lost all their assets, whatever they thinking that I have the control over. Ultimately, Lord shown that you not the controller. So for the devotee is a lesson that in the journey of devotional practice, there are also some success failure. Now both the cases a devotee is not be bewildered. Even success as well as failure will be equipoised in all the cases. And continuous journey in spiritual practices. So a devotee not be hampered by any obstacle in his journey of spiritual life. Okay, I'll stop here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.